Welcome guys, got a Triumph 1200 Tiger here with some serious engine noises. We're going to have a look at it, see what's causing this problem. So I've got everything stripped. I cannot find anything out of the ordinary here. Got a T-bar there, I've spun the engine over and over, nothing's out of the ordinary. I've looked at the big ends there's no play in those. In the other workshop I've got the clutch basket in the vise, so I was checking to see if there was any play in there. So I've got it clamped in there. Move this up and down, absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. So that's good. Clutch basket, fine. Clutches, fine. So we're back over here. We've got an alternator up here, which is buried right in there. To get to that, it's got to take the tank off. Now, ironically, I had a friend of mine over here yesterday. We were talking about this issue, and just by chance, he stuck his fingers under here. There's actually a ledge in here. Stuck his fingers in there, and I don't know if you can see that. It's a broken bolt, or undone bolt, off the end of this alternator. So we found the problem. Because there's a ledge in there, that bolt had stuck in there, you couldn't see it. I can't get it out, so I have to take the alternator off. I'm sorry about the chirping, I've got a bike over there and the alarm's in service mode, so it keeps chirping every 30 seconds or so. So I need to get the tank off, a few bits and pieces, get the alternator off and see if the shaft is sheared off the end. I can just about see the end of this, and it looks like there might be a broken piece in there. So it may need a new alternator. So tank off, all stripped. We've got the alternator out now. I didn't video all of that. So our main concern was getting this out. So we can see the end is sheared off. This is the bolt, and this was the gear. Looks like it's got a damper on the end. We have got a new one now. So got the genuine alternator. Couldn't get an aftermarket one to save the customer money, but so we've got the new one, and I've also bought this damper as well. They keep these in stock. Normally stock items mean common problems. So we'll unbolt it from there. I've got some fresh bolts to go on there as well, and a brand new nut, and we'll get that back in there. Now my biggest concern is I don't have a torque setting for this nut, so I'm going to do some research, see if I can find a proper torque setting and see if we can tighten that up properly. Now looking at this, I mean, it's got another spline on the end here, but when you put it in and bolt it up, it's actually only on the bottom splines, and that is a lot of weight and energy going through such a short shaft. I'm not surprised it broke. So these are some of the other bits. These are the screws to go on there, and a new nut. I mean, this face is damaged on this one, but that's part of this damper unit. Do you know what? I think it's a freewheeling clutch on this one. Yeah, it feels like a freewheeling clutch. You get these on cars as well. Okay, so I've got my bench set up. I've got my bits and pieces, screws, sockets. Now, obviously, this shaft broke off the end. Now, things like that don't normally break. Yeah, it does seem a little flimsy the way it's set up, but it's very unlikely they break. Something's caused it to break. So this is the new damper pulley that I've got. Just got a screwdriver here. I'm just going to show you how it works. So if I turn this backwards, you can see it's freewheeling, almost like a bicycle rear sprocket. But if I go the other way, it locks up, and it's also got a damper in there. You see that? And then backwards it just spins, forwards it drives, and it's also got that damper. So on this one, it won't spin backwards, it's just my screwdriver skipping. Oh, I've just got it to spin the other way. So, something not right with this, which is probably what caused it to shear the end off. Now, I've had a look on my tech data. I've got no torque settings for the nuts, and I've got no torque settings for these tiny little bolts. So I'm going to have to make do with experience and feel, bolting it back together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this. There is some damage on the inside face here, so I'm just wondering if the inside face is yeah, I thought the inside face might have been jamming, but this face is part of this. So something's definitely gone wrong with this. Okay, I just went over to my vise, put those on the edge of the vise, just tapped the centre out. It came out quite easily. It looks like it's just catching on the edge there. This already has Loctite in there. It's like a red Loctite, it's probably bearing lock. Well, that definitely sounds a lot quieter. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this Triumph Tiger. Unusual job, never seen it before, and we were just lucky that a mechanic friend of ours has popped in and he just stuck his finger under there, hence why we've found the problem. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please hit the like button so the algorithm lets others enjoy these videos. Hit the subscribe button, it's free, and hit the bell notification to be notified next time I upload a video. Take care.